Jack's nigga, now we're having up to the Taylor gang, rolling up the paper planes. Cushion orange juice, nigga. Sled drill. Yeah.
What it do? It's your boy Theo Blue Mouth Dog. What it do?
It's your boy Archie Studios, man. You already know what time it is.
It's Clicquot Conversations.
Ha.
It's not a blicky.
It's a full clip.
Yes, sir.
So you already know we got a special guest this evening. You know, one of the best designers, as you can see. You know, I'm talking about my boy J.Reid. What's happening?
What's good, brother?
What's going on with you, party? You all right?
See you, bro. Already.
Good
So
to see
you know, as far as like episode 2, you know, good feedback and everything.
Yeah, episode 2, you know what I'm saying? We giving y'all more content, better stuff. I think, you know, from episode 1, we get better. Every week we get better with this. So that's the goal, always.
So we just gonna dive into it. So like, just give us a background on you, like.
Okay. J.Reid from Charlotte, North Carolina, fashion designer, event curator, and you know, just growing the business. You know, I've been doing it for about 5-6 years now, so just trying to expand, bro.
Facts.
That's what's up. That's
I
what's
think
up.
for people who don't know, outside of that, we already did a couple events together. You know, we collabed with UNC Charlotte, did a press.
Off the press,
You
yeah.
did, and also we did another joint.
We
And
did another one
year.
yep, in Atlanta.
Facts.
Yep.
So, and just off of that, you know, just to see how everybody just gravitates towards your brand, no matter if they trying to learn the informational. Because we did a panel.
Yeah. Oh
for
yeah,
everybody,
we did
you
for
know,
the first one.
For
Yeah.
the first one, so that panel was like very informational, just getting the college students to be on game about how the culture moves.
Right.
If you can move it with your needle, or move it how you can just do it with just Instagram or pictures or whatever, because you do it all. You like
Appreciate
take
it,
your
bro.
pictures for social status, and then you dropping your merch, and then doing the tours and stuff like that. So I was thinking that was pretty dope to see like the growth
Appreciate that, bro.
of everything, and then shit just be selling out. Like can't even get a T.I.
That shit
call him
sell
like,
out
yo, I
quick
need
as
to get
hell, nigga.
that before it
I
drops.
be out of town and can't never get it.
For sure,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? It should be killing me.
I think what it is now, bro, it's just like, it's consistency. You know what I mean? For me, I think what I learned over the past like 2-3 years was just like staying consistent, and then like just kind of whatever people are gravitating to, just stay on their necks. You know what I mean? So that's just my whole role model or business plan, I guess you could say, for the last like couple years. Just kind of been like consistency is key, and then you know, growing after that and learning different things. But that was, you know, the basis when we was doing events and stuff like early or late night 2019, early 2020. Like it was just really like consistency.
Cause we popped off in the A before it even got messy with that
Right.
pandemic.
Yep. What was
That
that?
pandemic, really.
It was February? No, it was January.
January.
January 2020. Yep. That shit was lit, bro.
So like just understanding like the difference between you being in Charlotte and then gravitating Atlanta. Like how do you monetize that?
I think over the years it's just been relationships. My bros just kind of moved after high school, and like I would go down there and just check them. You know what I mean? The relationships over the years with that scene, kind of, you know, just curated and kept those. So I just kept going down, and eventually, you know, people wanted to work. So it was just that, just keeping relationships over the years. Like that's what I'm really key on.
So it's keeping everything
I fuck
organic.
with that. I wanna take a step back, and I want you to kind of give people your story of like, you know, how do you start? You know, what inspires you to start doing fashion, you know, and your thing, and you know, a couple key moments that let you know like, yo, you moving in the right direction, or that showed you like, you know.
Got you. So for me, I started with my friends, just kind of like designing and modeling.
Okay.
I think I was like 17 and 19. I was like really like modeling a lot because my friends, they did clothing, and I wanted to do clothing, but I just didn't really know how to design. So I just taught myself YouTube, really, Photoshop and Illustrator, and kind of just learned how to design and just start putting my own pieces out. So that was kind of like the first 2-3 years. I didn't really make no money. You know what I mean? It was just growing. So I think what it is for me, I had an investor, this lady, She's from Sweden, actually. Like, she gave me $200 when I was like 19 to get some hoodies done. She just really believed in me, and I was like, word, like, that's lit. So I took that, and I just kept flipping, like, after that. So her name is Lauren, so I talk to her frequently. So she's just like this older lady that invested in me. I just never looked back.
So what's like one of the first products you put out? Like, what's one of the first pieces you put out that you can remember?
The first piece I put out was hoodies.
Hoodies?
It was like embroidered hoodies with my logo. They were like white. I think that was like 2015. Like, yeah, like early 2015 was the first piece.
And what was the response from it? Like, you know, from you putting it out, did you get good feedback? Did they sell out? Did you struggle with that?
I mean, I only had like 20, so it was like, yeah, it was cool. My friends liked it. My friends bought it, but nah, I mean, it was cool for Instagram. Like, people were like, oh, okay, cool, you make it clothes, but it didn't really like click to like a lot of people that it was like a brand. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it sold over a couple months, but it wasn't like a drop.
You
know what I
sold
mean?
it out. Okay, so you start off with the hoodies. You know, obviously all your homies support you, so you're kind of able to get that off, and people
Right.
kind of see you getting into this, but they're not really understanding how serious you are. Like, at what point throughout your journey did it become like, what was that moment where you was like, oh, okay, this is really starting to take off for me? Like,
With me, it was when I started doing like my own pop-ups.
okay.
I started doing my own pop-ups probably like 2-3 years ago, and it was just kind of separating and finding my own niche with clothing, and then like doing events behind it. So I just was consistent. You know what I mean? I would do one every month, maybe twice a month, and like people just started seeing, all right, word, well, it's a brand now. So that was with me, like, all right, let me throw events, let me get people engaged. I would always have like an incentive or a sponsor, like, you know what I mean, something people to come out to.
Yeah,
so
kind of give people another reason to
Right.
come out, pull up on you.
yeah, so I would do that, and then I kind of knew, like, all right, cool, this works. I know I could bring people out. I know I could, like, you know, gather, but it didn't really start clicking as far as money, because I was still working a job. I was still, you know what I mean, doing stuff. But I think with me, I would learn how to, like, pay at least one bill off clothing, and then try to, like, transition over the years. And then after a while, it just started getting, you know, full time.
Got into it, make you hold enough money.
Right. So it was
So-
on that tip.
For being like, I know people won't be watching like just off the strength of the conversation. So how hard is it to just be like, fuck the job, bro. I want to just do what I want to do and go full throttle with this.
Shit, bro. With me personally, it's kind of like, it's kind of more spiritual with me. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a paradigm shift. It's kind of like a decision thing for me. But other people, I don't know, they jump and they go through whatever they go through. But me, it's kind of like a routine. I kind of did like a 60-day challenge, and I kind of like kept going with it.
Okay.
And it switched like my mindset 2 years ago. So after that, I just kind of looked at jobs and everything different. Because it was just like a paradigm shift.
What's the point of working for somebody at that point? You
Right.
making your own money.
Facts.
Exactly. So
what I'm saying?
that was with me. It was that, Bob Proctor, Think and Grow Rich, like different books like that just kind of was like, all right, let me switch like my paradigm, how I look at jobs, how I look at life, how I look at everything. You know what I mean?
Anybody that's out here right now that's like, I would say like your influence, or who was your influence to just get into this creative space of designing and
Who's kind of
modeling?
that person that motivates you to push
Facts.
harder, or somebody you kind of just, you know, look to at times when you don't know what
Right.
direction you want to go, or how you want to move with something.
I think, I mean, I have friends. I have friends that have good taste, so they kind of give me direction. But when it's like a decision, or it's even like homies within the city too. You know, it's different brands within the city that I'll send stuff to just to get their opinion. But I don't know. It just depends, bro. Like, I kind of seek out women too.
Okay.
I ask more women because I value their opinion, just kind of on a
Think-
consumerism level.
Yeah. No, that's true. Women spend the most money.
You
Right.
think women
You
more
know what I
fresh
mean?
than men?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah,
Facts.
that's
Sure.
easy.
No
Facts.
question.
They
So-
they got more options.
Right, you know what I mean?
saying?
So I think it's that, but also I got a homie in Atlanta, like my boy Fonny, that kind of like, he kind of, not mentors, but he kind of like tells me like what I kind of need to do. In situations, it's like, I don't really know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
him, but like other than that,
No
not
real,
really, bro.
no real.
That's what's up.
I like that. I'm a person, I feel like we all have mentors in a way in life, but something I notice with a lot of people who are entrepreneurs or choose to be successful is that you almost choose not to have as many, or you're so very selective about the few,
Facts.
because it's almost to a point where too many opinions can cloud your judgment, you know, and then that throws off what you're trying to do, you know what I'm saying? It throws off how your product's gonna come out because you already got too many people giving their opinion. They don't see the vision how you see it, you know what I'm saying? Or they don't understand, like, what are you trying to communicate, you know what I'm saying, through your fashion and through your art to these folks. So having too many people that you look towards to kind of help guide you throws you off your own path. Throws you out your own lane. So that's something I respect out of you and a lot of people who are entrepreneurs, because that's hard. Because there are a lot of days where you go and you don't have somebody to talk to, and you gotta have that conversation with yourself about, okay, yo, what am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? Those conversations with yourself are, to me, the most important in growth in a lot of aspects of life, because you can always find somebody. I could find somebody on the street and ask them about my life and they'll give me their opinion. But the most important opinion about my life is me.
Facts.
Vice versa for you, your life and your business. And so that's something I always, I am happy to see in entrepreneurs and just people in general as they're trying to grow in life, because that's a hard thing to do. You know, to be honest with yourself is difficult, you know, to the level that helps you be successful like you have been thus far.
That's facts. And I think being honest is key too, because it's like when you're not and when you do listen to those opinions, like you say, it'll sway, but people honestly don't understand it. It's kind of like they need to look within themselves when they do things. You know what I mean? Like, opinions are cool, but it's kind of like, so for example, like, I'd rather ask about a colorway than a design. Like, the design's done.
Why is that?
You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather just ask you what colorway, because it's like the basis of what I want to do is like done. You know what I mean? So it kind of just depends on what you're asking to.
Are you mostly like just going off of like gut feeling versus trends?
Nah,
because a lot of your stuff,
a
lot of your joints is just.
It's more spiritual for me, like, as far as design. Like, it's really like I really want to raise vibration on the planet like through design. Like, I want people to look at this shit and be like what does it mean? You know what I mean? But I don't want it to get too
deep.
Yeah, not like religious. You know what I mean? Like spiritual.
Just
like,
energy flowing.
Right. I think that's kind of the basis where I'm about to fully like go. And I love Japanese shit too, so it'll kind of be incorporated with that.
I like that. That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's where I'm going with it.
Okay.
So anything that's like dropping soon, or any
you
like
got like
hoodie,
working on? That hoodie you got on
fresh,
drop in Atlanta this weekend.
Y'all can't,
the first one.
You know what I'm saying? That thing very.
So that's city love right there for you.
Boy, I look like Emerald City, boy. You know what I'm saying? I love this.
So I'm gonna drop those at Closet in Atlanta this weekend.
Facts.
And then I'm getting the footwear too. Probably in the next 2 months, I'm about to drop like slides, and I'm gonna try to get a sneaker out this year too. But I'm not really rushing that. You know what I mean? It's timing. So, but yeah, more things like hoodies, more shades, more accessories. That all be coming out in the next couple months.
Something I like and I enjoy about your business model that you do is you pick a product and you almost master that before you move on to the next. I know with a lot of different clothing lines and just designers, they'll try to give you like a full season's worth of stuff. They'll give you hoodies, shirts, hats, and all these other things, try to give you everything in one run. And it's like, you know, you appreciate the variety, but sometimes you can see where the style or, you know, what they're trying to communicate is compromised because they're trying to give it to you in so many different ways. I like that when you go to shades, okay, I'm gonna run shades and I'm gonna do it in this colorway, this colorway, this colorway. If I can give you another style or two, that's what I'm gonna do. And then once I kind of get to a point where I feel like I've mastered that, then I move on to the hoodies.
It's literally what I feel.
You know, and then you move on to the footwear, and I like that because it shows your level of focus that you have in your products and just the time that you invest into making sure that product is exactly how you envision it in your mind. Because to me, that's the most important. It's the same reason how we do our podcast. You know? We focus on not giving them so many different episodes, but rather focusing on, okay, this episode, I want to give you the best product I can. So if that means a production crew, that's what I'm gonna get. If that means I need better equipment, that's what I'm gonna do. You know, focusing on the parts, one piece at a time, and rather than trying to tackle it all at once, because then you learn and you can apply what you learn from footwear to maybe your hoodies or you know, from your glasses, you know, all those kind of things. I really like that you do that. And something I've noticed about your business model too, and I'm big on business, so I really pay attention a lot to how people move, how they choose to market their business, how they choose to put their products out. and you do a very direct to consumer business model, which, especially in a world like today where e-commerce is super easy, social media, online, like typically that's the route that everybody goes. Why pop-up shops and why a direct to consumer kind of business plan? What about that fits you better than everything
I think
else?
it's just my personality. Like I'm really like a people person type of guy.
Okay.
So as far as like community, like before this virus like hit, like I was doing like a lot of like just like workshops and community shit that I was setting up for the year. So I always wanted to bring, especially here, you know what I mean? I'm gonna travel and do stuff, but like here's God, I want to do community things for Charlotte. So that's my motto on a pop-up level too, because I like the experience. I like when people like come and understand what I'm trying to create, and they can talk about it later, and then the next one it could be consistent and they could come and like add value to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than just like, but I do like the online money too.
Right, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the money
it's
is
easy
money.
money.
Yeah, it's easy
but
money.
I'm just saying I'd rather curate an experience.
You like the whole, like, is it, I know he got on Joe Fresh, like, I see like he's very consistent with pop-ups and everything like that.
J-Tips is another one.
J-Tips as well. Well, shout out to them because they're going to be here this week
Yeah,
too.
they're going to be in the city, matter of fact.
So just from the perspective of that, as far as like just doing just strictly pop-ups, when you go into it, I know like us doing events, you'd be like nervous, like you'd be like, damn, like.
Back then, yeah, I was.
Back
I
then.
don't know what's gonna happen, but now it's like.
So like I also noticed, I saw like Key wearing a joint. I remember Stunner for Vegas was wearing a hoodie, the yellow joint. Just recently, Tusi. So did I say his name right?
I think Tusi. I think it's like
He had
I
Raleigh or
fuck that
something
shit
like
up
that.
every time.
Nah, he fire though.
He got some fire music.
Yeah, no, he do, but I fuck that nigga name up every time.
But nah, it's
that's why I don't
Tusi.
even
It's
say
Tusi.
it. Like
He I'm like, all right, cool. Like, do you get a little joke
I
out
don't
of
know,
that?
with me,
or?
it's like in Atlanta, that shit is kind of regular. So it's like I don't want. It does help sales, but it don't really.
Okay.
It's kind of just some cool shit. You know what I mean? Like in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like I actually met and gifted, and then you know what I mean. Months later, he put them on, but like it ain't really like. It depends though, because it's like I've seen different brands. It just depends on whatever artist or whoever putting that on is actually fresh,
right.
and people want to actually buy what they have on.
True that.
You know what I mean? And you know, I don't really want to get in the business of using it like that. I'd rather just have a real relationship, and if you fuck with it, you fuck with it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how that base has been with me, as far as the people that you name. It's just been organically like gifting or buying or just running into them in the same like place, and it just be like that.
And they show love. Like, yo, I got something for you.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool. That's cool. I like that. I like how that is and how you choose to do that. And I kind of want to roll into this whole idea of just how does doing your business like this change your lifestyle? Like, what was your lifestyle like prior to doing pop-up shops, and how have you seen it change now? You know.
I think it's just more of a solidified of like what it is as a brand.
Okay.
And like what he was saying earlier, like a lot of people may not know who I am, but like may see the clothing or the accessories, but that's cool with me. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather the brand be the face rather than me. So, but the lifestyle change, I think it's just, of course, it's growing. So yeah, it's more money, more people. But as far as lifestyle, I think it's just like getting a team.
Okay.
Like that was my whole goal. So now I have a little bit of assistance, and we just starting out in the last 2 weeks. So it's been going good, and I just want to keep building that. And then I think that'll really change the lifestyle once we get a recycling like team and a structure to the business too.
That's what's up. So like, I know for doing events in the past and shit with you, like how we just naturally flow off each other. How you everything straight right here? All right,
for
cool.
sure.
So like, as far as like with your team, is it all about the gel, how y'all gel together, or like do y'all styles have a certain play into like the ideas that you push out, or like
right now it's new, but like I have a young lady named J.Reid and I have a young man named Chris, and they're dope. You know what I'm saying? And it's new. So we're trying it out, and as far as Jade, she does creative direction, so she's been helping like with styling and shooting and different things like that, and it's been working out. Chris is more like day to day, but that's kind of just right now team. So like I said, it's new. It's starting out, but as far as how it's helping, I like it for the past 2 weeks, but it's new.
Oh,
Nah,
2
it's
weeks.
I mean, yeah, it's
so
only
you
2
fresh.
weeks.
Oh, so
Yeah,
the team
so-
is really fresh.
Like literally fresh. So
Y'all brand new.
I like
you know what I
that
mean?
though, cause like I take pride in the whole team thing, cause that's how we operate in the production crew and everything. Like, yo, how y'all think about this? And no matter the question, no matter the response, we know it come from a good place.
Right.
I can't do this, but I can do this.
Right.
And just being able to come from like being the only person to ask questions to having to accommodate or just be able to just be like, yo, like, you fuck with this shit, Mo?
Right.
And get an honest
Right.
response too.
And that's what I'm curating now. I'm just making sure that it's like
But nah, that shit ain't
real, that it's honest, that it's like, you know what I mean? I feel like it is, but, and I'm not trying to say like it's new, like it ain't gonna work out. I'm just being real. It is 2 weeks in, so I can't really give you a full opinion.
Oh no, facts.
But-
facts. For what it is.
Yeah, for what
rolling.
it is, it's hard. I'm fucking with it right now.
That's
so,
what's up.
I'm just gonna keep working and keep building, and I think it's key, and I understand that now. You know what I'm saying?
So as you continue to build your team, or as you and your team kind of get a better footing on, you know, how y'all operate, how y'all gel well, like what is there in the future that we can look towards for J.Reid?
Definitely. I mean, if depending on the government, if we open back up, I'm trying to go back on tour. I'm trying to finish the social status run with my year with the off the press thing. So they just kind of waiting too. But if that doesn't happen, footwear, more clothing, more accessories, more creative direction, more just heat, bro. Like I'm gonna just stay on next.
That's what's up.
You know?
That's love. That's love.
So I feel like while we still got a few minutes, I do want to, you know, you guys have sat here and kind of touched on a little bit y'all relationship. Just kind of dive in a little deeper to like maybe one of the events and like how did y'all become so cool and how did you get to a point where it's like, yo, I fuck with Reid and what he got going on, like we need him on here, and vice versa. Like how does you feel in the sense of, yo, Cam is somebody, you know what I'm saying, Archery is somebody who I appreciate what he does. I like, you know, who he is as a person. Like, how do y'all mesh as
I knew that
as
nigga.
two creatives? Because y'all are two creatives to me in different aspects, but y'all seem to find a way to bring that together. And that's something that we talk about actually on the first episode is understanding skill sets. Like you understand your skill set and he understands his skill set, right? So how do you bridge that gap to bring y'all together?
I think with me, with Cam especially, it's been like a relationship on some just like high school, college, like party, just like turning up. You know what I mean? He would always have parties in college and just tell me to come through. So it would be that, and then it would just be like, shit, you know, it's my boy. You know what I mean? And then he started doing art events with Brian, and then I started working with Brian, and then we did a couple events through that. So it's just real organic, bro. It wasn't like a real like business. Like, it was just like, yo, you free for do this? Let's do this. You know what I mean? And it just kept growing like that. But as far as skill set, I know Cam is good at like networking and bringing people together.
Yeah.
I know Cam is good at like talking. You know what I mean? I know if he needs to get something done, he can get it done. And I think with me, I'm pretty good at that as well, and that's why we could just do easy shit whenever we want.
Cause I was like, look, bro, you know, cuz, yeah, you got a number? Yeah, let's call him real quick.
But that's easy.
It's really be like that. Like it's cool cause I didn't know we knew all the same amount of people.
Yeah.
As like years go on, you'd be like, dang, bro, like we in the same pool.
Yeah, we in the
And
same
then
bro.
we just might just go somewhere and we'll just run into each other and then we just, all right, we're gonna hang out with some more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I
it's
appreciate
just-
that about Charlotte because I'm pretty sure that's how I got introduced to you is kicking it with my man right here because we would just go out and be out. And I know it probably one time was over at NC Music Factory because I always, like I said, I always follow your brand and your business. And I was heavy on like, yo, when you dropping jeans, bro? Because you do like
that's
some
another
black
thing.
wax,
That's
but
what I
I'm
didn't
still
say.
waiting on them.
They're coming
I'm
in
still
April,
waiting
bro.
on them.
April.
Wax?
It's official. Like,
They wax?
April.
Oh, bet I could wear those
Are
and
they
ask
wax?
for my birthday.
4 different pair, like different, just April.
All right, say no more.
That's bad, but I definitely appreciate that, and I like how Charlotte is, and it's one of the things I love about Charlotte the most in the city is that we so close and so tied together where I call it 6 degrees of separation, where for every 6 people I know, I'm connected to everybody else in the city because they know somebody who knows somebody. I don't know how many times I've been places, and we be somewhere and they're like, yo, you such and such homeboy, or you know what I'm saying, whoever it is, and it's like, I like that because it allows you to be connected, allows you an opportunity to meet people and figure out, yo, are we homies? You know, can we do business together, or just whatever the case may be, build a relationship organically, however you can. And I appreciate Charlotte for that because it allows me, you know, spaces like this where through my brother for the past 15 years, I get connected with one of the dopest designers in the city, and vice versa, how you get connected with whoever you have been connected with. And who knows, we probably know some of the same people too, just never been in the same room at the same time.
I keep saying, like, relationships is the biggest currency. Like, it don't really matter about nothing else. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm real key on, like, how I treat people, how I talk to people, how I, like, move in general. Because it's like, I understand that.
Yeah, that's absolutely vital.
Because using that relationships is like, I would tell somebody, they question me like, oh, you only post certain people's things. And I was like, I post whoever I feel I need to post.
Right.
Organically.
And you feel me?
Exactly.
He posts something, it go up automatically. If the relationship is so key to, like, I know that if I do something for this person, it's gonna be returned to me without a question. And I think that's how our friendship is really strong, because I know, like, if I'm not gonna be able to go, I'm gonna post it the whole week.
Right.
Yeah.
You gonna think
It
I
ain't
was
even
there.
gonna be no
You
bigger.
gonna think I'm gonna be there anyway.
Right.
Oh, you going? I got work.
Right.
But you going? Yeah, I saw you post, but I'm gonna go. All right, bet. Tap in.
Exactly.
And that's how I feel like everybody needs to understand. There's no competition.
There's not.
It's all about just showing love, because it's gonna come right. Karma gonna come right back around and show and bless you.
Tenfold, good or bad, it's gonna come back to you. I believe that for sure.
So yeah,
That is true.
so shit. Like, what you
think?
I think that's all.
I think that's all. I mean, you got anything else you want to give us? You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
We got some product. Oh yeah.
How we forget? Don't you got some product and
Products?
stuff?
I do. I got some beanies I'm gonna drop in Atlanta. I got those I'm gonna drop in Atlanta, and then these slides I'm gonna drop probably April as well.
April.
Like late March.
So the jeans and the flip flops are dropping in April. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be right for my birthday. That's the spring, because I'm going to Aspen too, so I need some pants. It's gonna be cold.
That's hard.
Nigga.
I feel you.
I might have to take
Trying
off.
to go snowboarding, boy.
I'm trying to be like Sean White.
Trying to be Sean White.
Where can people follow you at? You know what I'm saying? What's
The
your
Instagram
handle?
handle is j.reid_, and the website is jreid.shop.
Facts.
Good, bro.
But
That's it. I
we got a
appreciate
thing on here, you know. If it's not a blicky,
It's a full clip.
so you already know.
Yes, sir. And that's Clicquot Conversations. It's your boy Theo Blue Mountain Dog. What it do?
This boy Archer Studios, man.
And we had our special guest today, my man.
J.Reid.
Yes, sir. We're gonna holler at y'all.
Peace.
Crack a window, we gon' smoke this endo. Saying that you still high from last night. You try to pass, trying to beware of the fast life. Kick it with the planes and it'll be your last flight. Yeah, OG hash, let you stumble to class right. The sex great, no I don't give her no half pipe. Housekeepers knocking, we don't let them in. Rolling doobies up, room with a jacuzzi tub. Say she never been in the game, I am a veteran. After we fuck, roll the doctor prescribed medicine. Let you hit it once, then you sleepin'. A fly nigga traveling the world, taking your girl for the weekend. Crack another bottle, get the weed rolled up. And girl, you know I